rocket flash. There's a round steel tower. Where can we be?
What? What? Well, that's the laboratory of the great scientist, Dr. Hans Zarkov. Why, he's coming this way. I'll call him to help us. I hope you'll pardon us for breaking in on you so unceremoniously, Doctor, but you see we have to bail out.
I know you for what you are. Spy. Come to steal my secret. But I have the answer to that. But I have the answer to that.
Come with me. Put that gun away, Professor Zarkov. The man is mad, Dale. We'll have to humor him. All right, Professor. All right. We'll come with you.
Step down this ladder into this tower. Down again.
All right.
There now, we are in my rocket ship. In 10 seconds, we will be on our way to the new planet. We will all die. Die for science.
Oh, yes, the doctor is mad. This rocket ship is rushing away to his Earth with the speed of light. Right into the path of the new planet.
Hold tight, Dale. We'll escape somehow.
To the new planet. To the new planet. We three will save the Earth.
Dr. Zarkov, there's still time to bring your rocket ship out of the path of the new planet.
No.
What will you gain from science if we're all killed in the crash?
I know who you are, Flash Gordon. The world's greatest athlete. But your trained strength will not save you. Only my mind, the mind of Zarkov, his scientist, can save you. Can save any human soul upon the earth.
The grapple flash. He's using some control.
Inside, Dr. Zarkov.
Feel it, the gravitation pull of the new planet. Will crash in 5 seconds.
Underground Lounge. Mike Rimmers on the Audiotone 6000. Mike Rimmers is about to take us to the Transcendental Space Station, where we will be embarking upon a journey with Space Church as our final destination. Welcome to Mike Rimmers' neighborhood, where Mike Rimmers will be in charge of the power and the tone. Please be sure to check your seats after you have departed.
welcome to Mother Earth Communion. Mother Earth Communion, 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 communion. We are part of a great system of life that's on planet Earth. There are many ways to conceptualize that system. Sometimes it's known as the biosphere. And sometimes it's known as the spirit of the earth or the spirit of the planet. Tonight we're going to work with that essence, that spiritual dimension of the great system of life that is here on this planet in the form of an ancient great goddess. She has been known by many names and many cultures.
You've really got to assume responsibility for it. You've got to say yes to what happens.
You know, if you want to get drunk on beer, you have to put down quite a bit of it. And there is a limit, you know, to how much beer one can swallow in an evening. It's a pure bulk. But you don't run into that kind of limit with far more potent substances which don't involve any difficulty in eating. You see, with the way the Indians take peyote cactus, it's pretty difficult to put down. It's nauseating, even though they get used to it, but even so, to chew all that stuff. And so there is a limit set that way. But in these highly refined elixirs, there isn't that kind of limit. And our culture is full of plain, downright goofy people. A group of physicians and a group of lawyers got together not so long ago to see if they could arrive together at a legal definition of addiction. That is to say, dependence upon some chemical. And they kept finding that whenever they thought they were right on the definition and they'd really got somewhere, that their definition also applied to dependence upon a foodstuff. This is a very, very difficult thing to define. Now, as between various types of chemicals that do produce changes in consciousness, there are wide differences. All of them could be said to be addicting in perhaps a psychological sense. The authorities still think that the only way to deal with even dangerous narcotics is simply to suppress them, not clearly realizing that this makes them all the more attractive, and that it creates an enormous crime problem, which, without suppression, would not exist. Because the minute you suppress something and it becomes illegal, people know that there must be something extremely exciting about it. And it's very difficult to suppress these things. And you can suppress it a little bit. In other words, you can pick out a few fall guys and make terrible examples of them by electrocuting them or putting them in prison for an incredible number of years. But this invariably only scratches the surface, because when something wrong or illegal is really popular, there is no way of suppressing it, because all the hotels in the United States would not be sufficient to jail all the criminals involved. This has never worked. And why people don't learn from history is beyond my comprehension. So the moment it becomes a racket, and something, therefore, which organized crime can put a good price on, the possibilities of playing games with LSD are enormous. It's a real good racket. And all it will do, the suppression of it, is to encourage the proliferation of crime and lead to total nonsense. And why people don't learn from history is beyond my comprehension. We have never really understood what control means. We don't see the difference between controlling oneself and strangling oneself. In other words, a person who is in control automobile driving is certainly not a person who has no car or keeps his car locked in the garage. A very controlled dancer is certainly not a person who never dances. The control of things is not the suppression of them, but their use in a sensible and proper way. And this has not penetrated the consciousness of our authorities. You cannot suppress sex. You cannot suppress mankind's fascination, curiosity for whatever motive in other states of consciousness with the normal. These things are eternally fascinating to human beings and will always be pursued. Whether you think it's a good thing or whether you think it's a bad thing makes no difference. It will be done. We have never really understood what control is. And why people don't learn from history is beyond my comprehension. The control of things is not the suppression of them, but their use in a sensible and proper way. You've got something of ours in the control of things is not the suppression of them, but their use in a sensible and proper way. We have never really understood what control is. And why people don't learn from history is beyond my comprehension. The control of things is not the suppression of them. But their use in a sensible and proper way. Now, we promise you.
Find out that you are all of yourself. A very strange thing happens, that your body knows that you are one with the universe, the universe, the universe. Because your physical organism is one continuous process with everything else that's going on. Just as the waves are continuous with the ocean, your body is continuous with the total energy system of the cosmos. When you die, you're not going to have to put up with everlasting non-existence, because that's not an experience. A lot of people are afraid that when they die, they're going to be locked up in a dark room forever. Try and imagine what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Think about it. Children think about it. It's one of the great wonders of life. What was it like to wake up after having never gone to sleep? That was when you were born. You see, you can't have an experience of nothing. So after you're dead, the only thing that can happen is the same experience, or the same sort of experience as when you were born. In other words, we all know very well that after people die, other people are born. And they're all you. Only you can only experience it one at a time. Everybody is us. You all know you're you. And wheresoever beings exist throughout all galaxies, it doesn't make any difference. You are all of them. And when they come into being, that's you coming into being. You know that very well. Only you don't have to remember the past. You don't have to know how to shine the sun. You just do it. Like you breathe.
Because you see, he sees everybody around him, looking dreadfully serious, looking as if they had a problem, looking as if the act of living were extremely difficult. But from his standpoint, the person who's had this experience, he feels that they look funny, that they don't understand, that there isn't any problem at all, that he has seen from where he stands, you see, that the meaning of being alive is just being alive. That is to say, I look at the color of your hair and the shape of your eyebrow, and I understand that that is the point. That's what we're all here for.
Doesn't it really astonish you that you are this fantastically complex thing? And that you're doing all of this and you never had any education in how to?
So if you really go the whole way and see how you feel at the prospect of vanishing, of all your efforts and all your achievements and all your attainments turning into nothing, what is the future? What happens? That's what is going to all come. For some reason or other, we're supposed to think this present.
You always can blame someone. Say, I didn't ask. Take it away. Don't say take it away. What are you going to do?
This is the future, the nuclear age, the germ-free domestic science world. This is the promise they all talked about. Is this all it's supposed to be? To be, to be, to be, to be.
I had an idea, a vision of life, a beautiful celluloid dream.
Global Cooperative for Organic Development. Beautiful organic garden people. Ayla of the Hill people.
The sun is rising.
Now remember,
Greetings, peoples and fellow friends. This is your captain speaking. We are moving into inner space. Where the battle of karma, joy, bliss, desire, and self-freedom are found. To your right, you will find a window. Feel free to peek out and see what lies below. As you can see, things are a little at odds with how you should be feeling according to what you would like and what you know is true deep down inside. Deep down inside. Deep down inside. There are wars being fought within yourself, without yourself, and you can see them, and some of you have been in them.
Right on time.
And now, go ahead and look to your left. There is another window. Take a look out that window. You shall see what lies below. What lies below. What lies below.
Right on time.
Yes. In that inner space of yourself is a chance to make a difference, to change, to do something positive, and fly through the night into the daylight. And if you look a little to the west, go ahead, put those nice, far, loving glasses on. So yes, it is quite beautiful. At least I'd like to think so, as your captain in this inner space continuum. And pretty soon, when you have wings of your own, you will fly with the night into the day. And you will do it on your love. This light and this love that you have discovered things that you never knew possible. And those things will be questions. Seldom there will be answers, and other times there will be short solutions. Short in the sense that new solutions will be found. And you have to answer these questions within yourself. Will you?